Hey, top and the out of this world story. There are ladies and gentlemen and welcome back in Story Travel. I'm your host Manir.
I'm kinda new to Reddit, so I'm going to do my best to condense this, but it'll probably still be long, so my apologies. Anyway, last year my wife cheated on me in March. She slept with a younger guy from her work. She's 43, he's 29 I believe. I only found out because she kept acting suspicious, so I took her phone, went through it, and saw the text messages between them talking about it. We had a huge blow-up, I tossed her ass out, and I was done with the marriage. But then she threatened to kill herself, and I couldn't let her do that. We have 2 kids together, and I didn't want to have to explain to them why their mom hurt herself. And yeah, she's capable of it. She takes anti-anxiety meds, some other meds for PTSD, stuff like that, and at the time, unbeknownst to me, went cold turkey and stopped taking them. Anyway, we got back together and tried to work through it, went to a therapist, got her back on her meds, stuff like that. So, months go by, it's around August at this point, and things actually were getting a lot better between us, but I started to get paranoid, so I checked her purse, and inside was a work cell phone that I didn't even know existed. And of course, on it were texts she sent to that guy again. He never responded, mainly because I showed up at his house in March and tried to get him to come outside to talk, so he at least learned his lesson, but clearly, she didn't. So, we have another blow-up and yes, I forgive her for it again because clearly, I'm an idiot. My rationale was well she didn't technically cheat, which I know is stupid as hell, but I was also wanting to keep my family together. So, another month or so goes by, and I find out that she was seeing another guy at her work, not sleeping with him, but I'm sure it was leading up to that. I put a recording device in her car, so I know it never got physical, just I'm going to lunch, but still. Okay, so, I confront her about it, we get into a huge blow-up over it, and she tries to storm out of the house with our youngest daughter, blabbering about how she's taking her to Idaho, where her parents live. We're in California. So, I try to grab our kid back, and my wife tries to stop me, so I pushed her, and the cops were called by neighbors, and I go to jail for the night. I get out and yes, my dumbass still tries to reconcile with her. And the answer to the question you're thinking is no, I'm not very bright, clearly. I have court over that incident now, and I'm due back in April to try and get it resolved. There's also now a protective order against me that we both blew off, so technically I'm not supposed to even be in contact with her at all. And yes, because of a push. Not a slap or an ass whooping, but a friggin' push. So, end of the year she wants to move to Idaho to stay with her parents. We're struggling financially with our hours being cut, COVID-19 related, and I'm actually willing to go too, just to start fresh. But then, I ask her to delete every number in her phone that belongs to any male coworker because I figure she's quitting, so why keep the numbers? She refuses, claims I'm trying to control her, etc. So I just say fuck it then I'm not going, and I stay in California while she moves up to Idaho with the kids. Now, in order to afford to stay at the townhouse I'm renting, I need roommates, so I rent out the 2 empty rooms that belong to my kids, and I stay in the master bedroom. One of my roommates is a younger 21-year-old girl, and we've become good friends. And no, I'm not sleeping with her, for what it's worth. Now meanwhile, my wife has done a 180, and now she just can't live without me. She realizes how badly she screwed up, she loves me so much, etc. But conversely, I just don't care anymore. She cheated, she lied, she treated me like shit, so now I'm the one who's more or less finished, but I'm also somewhat leaving the door open for reconciliation. I figure if we take most of this year apart, then maybe we can fix ourselves and make it work. Well, the wifey knows I rented out the rooms, but she doesn't know that one of my roommates is a good-looking younger girl. So earlier this week, my roommate and I were on a walk, and one of my wife's friends in the neighborhood takes a pic of us walking together and sends it to her, and my wife flips the fuck out. She demands to know who it is I'm walking with, and when I tell her, she then wants her out today, which I can't do because she's paid up till next month. So now she's convinced I'm sleeping with her, and I'm honestly not, but apparently, she just can't handle it and is having the mother of all meltdowns. And now we're more or less finished for good this time, which I guess is ultimately for the best. Between child support and whatever court bullshit I'm going to be hit with, I'm sure my life will be very broke in the immediate future, and I really miss my kids quite a bit, but man, I actually feel relieved that it's over between us. I actually came here because I was feeling depressed and thought some insight would help, but writing this out just now helped me realize what a fucking nut she is and what a fool I've been to stay in the marriage for as long as I have. If you took the time to read this, then thank you, and I look forward to any feedback.
Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, make sure to subscribe to Story Travel to never miss a future upload. Please inclusion.